Thank you. All right, welcome everyone to the 2025 Board Candidate Forum. I'll post the agenda is very short. Just welcome introductions. The three candidates who are here today are the three incumbents for their seats, and that was the three candidates that we had put in. And if the candidates want their names or their profile that they filled out put on the screen, I'm happy to do that for you. We'll go in alphabetical order. And so let me get the agenda up in the background so I can make sure I follow along and get going. It is Thursday, May 8th, and it's 5 p.m. This is a virtual meeting over Zoom. The three candidates we have today are Julia Goodstefani, Velia Lachina Ramirez, and Emily Strands. And they both are current members of the board. I was gonna go in alphabetical order, but at the very beginning, I just wanted to say that the three of you have been an integral part in helping run this board over the last number of years and helping bridge the gaps as we have gone through getting our permanent ED that we have. And so I really appreciate all your time that you have put into the board, and your contributions have made it awesome to be a part of the board. So thank you so much. Each one of you has unique skill sets that really help make it a well-rounded board and help in all the times of need that we've had. So thank you. I was going to go in order. So Julia, I'll have you go first. And you can just say a little bit about yourself if you want to anybody who's unaware of who you are. And I'm happy to post your board candidate papers shared screen if you'd like me to do that.
Yeah, I think I'll just talk then.
Okay.
Thanks, though. My name's Julia Goodstefani. I am a mom of three kids currently attending Mosier Community School. My day job is an environmental lawyer, and I've lived in the community a little over 10 years now, and served on this would be my second term on the board. So I've been on the board 3 years. And as far as what I bring to the board, I think there are many parents on the board, and we all have just slightly different windows into the school. But I think that's really helpful, having relationships with a lot of different grades and teachers. And I've also been a certified foster parent of now 3 children that have attended Mosier School. I currently have a kid in my care who's at the school. So that also gives me another window into the world of children that may have some additional needs, which is an area that I'm also very interested in. And I have gone through some of the big facility changes at the school, some of the safety concerns that unfortunately arose at the school, and the transition in administrators. And some challenges to the board and and board conduct that I also helped navigate. And I think my legal skills were helpful there, just understanding of law and policy, being able to read black letter law and policies. My interest in running for the board is that it's really quite an honor to serve the community in this way. And I would encourage anyone who's watching this to consider running for the board and spending some time investing in that way and giving back to the school. I have no interest in being on the board forever. I think it's really wonderful to get fresh people in. So would also like to just say that but I'm really eager to work with people who are interested in being on the board one day, and making what we do really transparent and accessible and responsive. I think those are my priorities. And I'm excited to navigate trying to get the school schedule in a way that there's a really smooth transition to a 4-day school week, but that meets everybody's needs, and recognizing that that is going to be a challenge. And I also foresee in this next term the possibility that our administrator may retire, and we may be navigating another transition there. And I'm really already focused on and thinking about how to navigate that transition. So those are my big priorities for for the school in the upcoming term, should you choose to elect me back. And it's just been wonderful working with all of you and being part of this community.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Julia? Okay, that'll bring us to Avelia.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. My internet's being a little iffy, so hopefully I don't break up a lot. I'm a mother of two. Currently also attending Mosier Community School. I live in the Dalles, but I think we consider our home in Mosier. Um, I, I'm, it's just like Julia said, it's just an honor being able to serve back and in this way. And I also encourage parents to, or even community members to look into this. And I'm sure any of us would be really we would look forward to give more information or a little bit more support for that commitment journey. If I were to be elected again for the board, I mean, I guess a little bit about my background is I came in, what has it been, 2 years of my term. Also during the transition time and the safety concerns. Um, I'm really excited to have walked into a board that was very unified and just worked really well as a team, and that has continued. And it's great just to be able to see where the school is being led towards and how much outreach and more involvement. I believe everyone feels more of that welcoming. And I if I were to be reelected, that's just something I would want to continue to work in and do a little bit more outreach to all of our community.
Thank you, Avelia. Does anyone have any questions or comments for Avelia? All right, Emily, it leads us to you.
I just
Go
wanted
ahead, Julia.
Avelia has some really important financial chops and skills that have been very useful, helpful, critical in moments to the board.
Yeah, your work as I guess we should also highlight the work that you've done. So Julia is the vice chair, Avelia is the treasurer, and this has been the work that you both have done, and Avelia as the treasurer has been huge for the school. It's been an additional job that you signed on to, that you carried us through pretty unsure times financially. Not in the sense that we didn't have the money, but just trying to figure it all out from scratch. And so yeah, your skill set was very, very valuable. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's great to be part of a team that I think we all uplifted ourselves in times that we just needed to hold on to each other and continue to carry forward.
Thank you. Emily.
Okay. Hi, folks. My name's Emily Strands, and I was just recently discovered by two cats, so we might have a visitor or two. I live in Mosier, and I also have one kiddo at Mosier Community School, first grader. And my husband teaches at the school as a music teacher. I've been on the board since late 2023 in an appointed position. And I'd never been on a school board before, and there's a lot to learn, and it's been a really neat journey to work with everyone and learn all of the ins and outs and challenges that schools have, and also all of the opportunities. It's been really neat. My profession is I work in conflict resolution, and I'm a mediator and a facilitator for public policy. And I've found that that's been pretty helpful so far in being on the board in different committees to help with, just tracking, communicating, keeping processes moving forward. I think so far I've helped with the executive director committee, hiring of the new executive director. I'm on the policy committee, also worked last year with folks to do the collective bargaining. And then, the gardening committee and strategic planning. And all of those groups have been incredibly rewarding to work with, and just to see a bunch of different people coming together and collaborating on some kind of tough issues, to support the school. I am really inspired by education in general, and I think that it's a privilege to get a really high quality education. And it's a privilege that I feel like everybody should have, and I definitely want to support all of the kids who come through Mosier School and getting a really high quality education that helps them become resilient human beings and curious lifelong learners. And so those are kind of my interests that I bring, really supporting that the teachers and the staff and the administrators and all of the community members and families in learning together and growing and collaborating to make sure that our community is really strong and resilient and everyone feels welcome. Yeah, I think that's all I've got.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions for Emily? I know you do a lot, but being able to write, I'm note taking tonight and just writing all of it down. There's a lot to do. I mean, we do all share quite a bit of work, and it's, everyone coming together is what makes this board so great. But I guess I'll just go over the overview of the voting process now, just for anybody who's paying attention and listening. We have voting will be open to all MCS Foundation members. If you want to become an MCS Foundation member and you qualify by living in district or having students at the school, you can go to the office and sign up. Voting will begin Monday, May 12th and runs through or until 3 p.m. on Friday, May 16th. Ballots are cast in the MCS school office during regular school hours. The election results will be announced at the annual meeting for the MCS Foundation, which is held on Monday, May 19th at 5 p.m. And then newly elected board members will take office at the end of the regular June meeting of the MCS Board of Directors. Any questions on that? All right, I think that brings us to the end of our meeting. I'll make a motion that we adjourn. Is that a second, Emily? Thank you. All those in favor? Any opposed, voice or opposition? Thank you all for your time tonight. Thank you, candidates, for putting your names back in. Look forward to working with you again, and we'll get all the votes tallied after the election.
Thanks, folks.